Okay, I'm going then.
Okay, I count to 1 to 3. I know, like I always say, that you don't need that, but it's just to give us a big, like a jump. And at the count of 3, you're going to connect with Joe Biden or what the program is behind him. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, Fiza, I'm at the you'd say the sky level, right, like a shot up, like a rocket. There's a big platform. It's made out of white marble, and there's a little building with one, two, three, four, five poles with a roof on top, and he's sitting. It's like him. Let me touch. That's him in his energetic body. He's sitting in between inside of this little round building. It's open, right? It doesn't have walls, it's just suspended by the columns. And these columns kind of like have some sort of like fish hooks that are hooked into his body and he cannot move. Why is that? There's circles of metallized technology around. And as I'm walking in, I'm trying to look from above what it is. It's some sort of like a cylindrical structure located on top of the platform. And it's like it comes to me a center of control of humanity, observation deck, laboratory. It's connected to other different. It's like a mother platform, and there are other little platforms connected to it, like a spider web. You know, like ice when it crashes on the river, and it kind
Mm-hmm.
of looks like this. Um, so his energy goes. He's connected energetically. There's like an energetic type of link. It looks like a little tiny cord, energy cord. It's composed of two little cords, kind of like twisted together. It goes down, down, down. And he says there's a book. He's kind of stuck talking to me telepathically because he can move. He says, but those who want the knowledge can always get the knowledge. So I'll give you the knowledge. He says there is a book by which they go. It's like software. They're like a book of software programs. Right now, they know that the original planet wants to. He says everything has the end. Every story has the end.
Mm-hmm.
You can maneuver within the time given in the story, but the end will always be the return to its original roots. Now it's a return of its original roots. The people with souls are going to be dominating the planet, and we are like hostages. I think that's the right word. Yeah, I'm just kind of reading his information, trying to tune in hard with his mind. He's saying that he needs to follow a program of slowly walking away and giving the right to people to choose their destiny, not to be guided anymore by above forces. But some of them are so used to programs and so much program themselves through their belief systems that they're going to take them in big energetic nets and drag them to those rooms that I saw before with artificial source. And their artificial source, it's like an energy generator that holds them in that position, takes their energy, and from that energy produces those codes that carry the programs that they have to correspond to through vibrational frequency in the field of information and greed that holds them, each and every little, it looks like little cubes of light that they held in. And he said through that torment that is gonna happen more and more and more, is gonna escalate, because through that escalation they can fish out the souls who are not ready to take responsibility on themselves to improve their consciousness levels.
Mm-hmm.
Those souls can be used, and that's what they want. That's why they're going until the very end, according to the book. And that's why the humanoid AI forms that are imprints of the original biological forms have always, for eons, been fighting with Draconian Empire, and they're still fighting right now
Mm-hmm.
because the reality needs to be supported, and even malevolent alien groups have to be divided into yin and yang. That's the only way this world can survive. And it's important for them to survive because it has a lot of crystal codes of different, taken from different people's soul essences, which in each crystal code carries the information about the creation of a different reality created by that soul in different spaces, in different universes, and some of them created those universes. So they are like the most precious thing for them. Since they need to go, it's like he smiled. He said they know how to postpone the process of going, and with them they're taking the souls who feel like they're gonna die without their control. Some souls in the bodies are so used to control and rules that they feel like they would become as babies and die without parental control and guidance, and therefore the souls are consciously deciding to go after their masters because they believe in their masters.
Mm-hmm.
Other souls are very independent and they show their strengths. Some of them show their strengths in losing their bodies. Others are just separated by invisible fence from all the conflicts. They're going to ignite more in the world. There's going to be more conflicts igniting in the world because what they're trying to cause, and it works in a funny way, in a beneficially for humanity, of those for the group of souls who want to be themselves, because the conflicts will give them the chance to push out this artificial AI technology people away from their territories. They're going to be doing that. They're going to be cleansing their territories. In cleansing, they'll be opening little portals, and through those portals, the earth will be able to give them more energy and more connection to its force.
For some reason, Joe Biden reminds me. The robot that the movie Alien. Yeah, remember the movie Alien, the saga.
Yeah, he's totally.
He used
It's
a
not.
robot. So yeah, and I would
It's
like
energy.
to ask, who's behind Joe Biden? Who choose this old body? We know that sometimes he's so. I mean, he made a lot of things that are really sometimes very funny. Even will people laugh, because it's. Why they didn't choose a young, body, strong, charismatic? They choose this old guy that looks like, honestly, everything that he say or do, he become a disaster. And then the
The,
second question, which will be
mhm.
brief, sorry, Oksana, is uh, if what they think. You just complained about the Italian election, which for the first time in Italian Republic's history, we have a woman, and she's for the far right, which is like how after what's happened in Italy with Mussolini, all this stuff, we have basically a descendant of Mussolini politics. And why USA allowed it? Because USA, they say they are against, but I don't think so. What do you think? So, Joe Biden, can you tell us what is behind the Italian election? Far right in Europe. Europe is again becoming fascist with Hungary, with all this country. And you obviously first you can say about this guy that is all the body container and why, and then yes.
When you started asking about the body, I got the walk-in right away, like in big letters. That means that he says 24.8 years ago, he became a walk-in, and they basically pushed his own soul out, uh, disintegrated it, and added a little bit of artificiality, put him into this white building that I just described with 5 columns, and they kept the connection going because his body needs to be held semi-empty for others to walk in, and also the reason why such old body and such funny things, because now is the age of truth, in which all politicians have to be looking either stupid or funny, so
Hmm.
people are not afraid of them as much as they used to be before. Politicians will be making stupid decisions, will be laughed at, so people gain more confidence in themselves that they're smarter than them and they can overturn their governments. Um, the Italian thing, Italy is very much in the energetic clasps. It's held from all sides because Italy is a very energy field place on Earth that carries a lot of it has a lot of portals. I see like a 4-point star over Italy, and at each point it has a huge portal, and in the middle is a stargate. And for in order to for people energetically help stargate and portals open up, they need to have some overturn of the government rising up, raising their consciousness, understanding, and they a lot of people in Italy are still asleep, and that's why they need some harsh and tough. See, each country that is very asleep, they would have a leader that would make them wake up. It's kind of like the only way that us as collective mind at a soul level could figure out how to trash this artificial reality and how to shake ourselves up from it.
So how they wake up with a leader like this woman, which is, she is so
She's gonna cause some waves of resistance. She's gonna cause a lot of problems.
so the anger
And
probably wake ups the
mhm,
people, the
yeah,
injustice there, because she's against uh, lot of rights. She's a racist. She's homophobic. She is. She says, "I'm a woman." No, you're not a woman. Everything
so
but not a woman. She find the name of the politician parties, Brothers of Italy. Why didn't say Sisters of Italy? Uh,
Big Brother's watching you. That's what it is. And
yeah.
people in Italy, he just told me that most people, majority of people in Italy still follow the rules. They need to wake up. They live too comfortably. They follow the rules and they believe in the rules. They should start breaking the rules.
So do can I ask is Joe Biden if he was aware about, because we had like even a big let's say, investigation about why this woman from 4% of, you know, let's say, power of her party, they become so big. And we, in this investigation, there was this party was that was the church, the Republican Church of America. They apparently they want to take down the Pope in the Vatican, and they basically they sponsor the small parties to become big. And I know that she went to many, many, many meetings in USA with the Republicans. So, and I know that behind the Republicans is not like Democratic, so all you can call whatever it wants. Even people think that no, they are good. No, they're saviors. No, he saved the children. Yeah, but again, guys, it's like it's best reptilian. No, this reptilian is good. This draconian is less bad. This is how is this the pyramids of power. So again, Joe Biden, he knew it about this. They allowed her to go to the power, yes or not?
Yes, because it was according to the program, to the artificial timeline created.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would just give time for people of Italy to realize something they need to realize. Besides, they're sucking a lot of energy out of Italy. Always been doing that, and the people of Italy should stop.
Mm-hmm.
Should stop them from doing
Okay.
it.
Oksana, can you, because we know we have this spiral of energy, can you put some spiral of energy all around Biden and this leader Italian and all from north, south, east, west, all these spirals all around that all this information can come up that people that know about this big scam because we need this.
The thing is, they divided the world's leaders into good and bad right now, and that's why they wanted to confuse people who are, let's say, woken up, and they believe that all politicians are bad. Some politicians are gonna represent the sparks of the new world. Um, and there are different new worlds. Okay, there is a new world totally when you live under total control. There's a new world when you escape that control.
This is why we need to give, we need definitely to send this massive, messenger. We are messenger here. We have to give this, information to the people because I know that always a minority like us that we are always, but we want to spread this information not only about
Mm,
Italy but around USA. What is behind this big, like chess game of these powerful leaders? So this is
yeah.
why we need energetically now to do, and we know we can do. It's like we send him this message in a way or another that these scams they crash quickly. I can't allow that we have to be always over the age, just in time.
Yeah, he told me that the countries who this war in Ukraine was needed for people to see which countries have good, let's say, programs and programming, and they go by good more than by bad, and others that who don't support, let's say, Ukraine, right, in this fight against evil, they would suffer more because they need to suffer more in order to for people there to overturn their bad governments. It's in bad and good. That's we're
Mhm.
talking in these terms for better understanding. So I see like Hungary and Israel. They're gonna be something there gonna happen. Something's gonna go there. I keep seeing Palestine, and then I see the word fire and blossom. Palestine, fire and then blossom. Like it's some land that has a lot of energy, a lot of huge giant rocks that filled with ancient technology information, something like this. I almost like I look at one and It's like a spiky, big, giant rock underground. So almost looks like a multi-layered pyramid. Very interesting.
Okay, to finish, because we are out of time now,
Mm.
what is basically October? This the month of October is on the way. Many people are thinking that there will be big, important escalation or war or whatever. So Nord Stream, who's behind Nord Stream pipeline sabotage?
Russia.
Okay.
Putin. His group who through him gives orders. There's He
Okay.
doesn't really make decisions, Ephesians. I see a group behind him who does it through him because they don't want responsibility. He's like an idiot, who can be killed anytime, just like in physical eyes killed. And then they would say, well, that he's responsible for our decisions. We have nothing to do with them, type thing.
Okay, to finish, it's true that we will going to have the 2025, 2025 apparently is the between the 2023 2025 there will be the arrival of the Antichrist
Mm,
Christ.
mm-mm.
That is
No,
all these messages from a church, apocalypse. This sometimes when I look these groups,
it's the opposite of
honestly, I
Ephesians. It'll be
laughing.
the rise of humanity. It'll be the rise of those who believe in themselves.
Yeah, that's so negative. I mean, I realize everybody that pray or the church, because when you pray something else, an entity. You don't because how many times we say that we have everything already.
You become a prey for an entity who connects to you and enters
Exactly.
your body, starts controlling your mind.
You are giving your power and your beliefs to something that you create. It is really negative. How stupid can be a human being to do that?
Mm,
So, and by the way, they call in the past they called them pagans, the people that believe in
mm-hmm,
idols. Like, yeah. And then what about the statues, cross, and all that stuff? They are idol. This is paganism as well, for my opinion. So,
mm-hmm,
and the symbols now they create a new symbol now, which is they in Russia. Then they are marking the beast. If you notice, every currency, like singers, they use this kind now. Before they use the heart, etc., etc. We have the they. We have the XX.
crosses.
XXX is for everything that is connected with sexuality.
Mm-hmm,
Is another the energy which is quite powerful. So everything that is porn is XXX. Everything that is behind that cover up something that is more, and because you know sex energy is the one that is much powerful. In fact, men
mm.
especially is the easiest way to get them and to make them slave. They is for war.
That's when you say that. I also see
Z, sorry, Z.
Zeta Grays, and they're taking some souls killed at the field of war to Mars. They're creating a new Mars colony out of those souls. They're gonna put those souls in some sort of cyborg bodies because they created. It's like a factory of cyborg bodies. I see,
Hmm.
and Zeta Greys are doing that. So Zeta means zombies. Zeta means
The Walking Dead. Hmm.
going against the landscape too. Z. See how many Z's all around?
Hmm.
Even our general who
Zar.
commands the armies is Zaluzhny.
Yeah.
You know the same and all this,
The
but
Zar, eh? The
because this,
ZAR.
yeah, because it has a certain energy. So one negative Z is fighting against the positive Z because it's always yin and yang. Because that's how this world was encoded. If you don't follow the codes and rules, it connects to those doors, then the world is going to collapse. And they don't want it to collapse because they'll lose all the database. And that's precious for them. So they have to, even if in making up wars, they need to put good guys, bad guys.
So yes, I realize that everything is so easy for us. Like I said, we always have a map that if we starting to really watch and see that we can have so many clues that we are in a game, in a chess game. So get out for that game and see it and just destroy
Right.
this this basically this fake messages, this fake people, this fake reality that they want imposed to us.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
like when you listen a song that you is number one, you says, I don't like this song. Why everybody like? What is the fuss? And they want it because they advertise this song like a obsession until you ended up to singing.
Because most people think if I like what others like, I'm accepted, because all people want to be accepted, because this world is that created that way. So when you're lonely and by yourself, that's supposed that you're usually in normal world, in any world, you'll be in standing in your own power. You'll be the most powerful standing by yourself. But in this world, since it's upside down and it's the opposite, you have to belong to one or the other group. It's either family, group of family, or group on Telegram, or group on this and that. That's why everybody tries to group up, because they feel the power in being in a group, which is the mentality that will bring you down and will keep you in the matrix. You have to be of the opposite mentality of standing strong by yourself. What if I lose everything and everybody? How would I feel? That's a
Hmm.
question to ask.
Exactly. So wonderful. We're going to, before one in the beginning when it was channeled with Joe Biden,
Hmm.
I saw him for some reason. When you put a suit in the closet, with
Hmm.
the tie, with the and you basically you fold in the anger. It was like that, and it's like they take this from the anger and they put the suit to something that is
Right,
a I don't
right.
know, like energy, air, whatever. I said, oh my god.
Well, it's what he's doing. It's a good thing, because they are basically pushing. There are multiple layers, of course. People would say, well, but they created the whole war. Yes, they created the whole war. But there's always a positive reason why and a negative reason why. The negative reason why they wanted to harvest the souls. The positive one, it would wake up more souls and they would become even stronger in this fight. We want to be ourselves. We don't want to be with a dictator. That's the hope, to wake up more souls that way, to
Yes,
so they can
hopefully.
see the truth, because they're completely brainwashed in this country, and now they're fleeing the country because they don't want to fight and go to the army. And maybe in other countries they'll hear more people speak the opposite things that they believe, and they'll change their beliefs. As they change their beliefs, the world will change. It's all about your beliefs and what you believe in.
Exactly. So thank
Mhm.
you so much, Oksana, for again
Thank
for a
you.
for a wonderful channeling. And yes, thank you for everybody that is they always follow us. Even we are small, I mean, we are big with you and with the knowledge. Thank you, and
Mm.
speak to you
Thanks.
next week.
Okay, bye. Thanks. Ciao, ciao.